Hello, everyone. I am the Old Connoisseur, and welcome to our thoughts on the fifth episode of the sixth season of Marvel 20 Punches Magic, aka Gauntlet of Fire, and I'm here with Rose Pal. And let's just get right to it. I'm just gonna say, gosh darn, I know you're in agreement. Best Spike episode, and without a doubt, it's gotta be. It's like when I think back in the other episodes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I judge my episodes on animation, character development, moral progression, and they were all here. And they were all there very well. Like, not even just Spike's character development in terms of his leadership and loyalty and intelligence. Like, again, he's not strong, obviously. You see, Garble picking at him and pushing him over and everything, but he is intelligent. He is a great leader. And so is Ember. And even though Ember was introduced to us, she was introduced to us starting off like, we don't do friends, and then ending off with Spike as a friend and, really, acknowledging and understanding how great it is to, know someone and be a partner with somebody and, have friendship. So she, even though she was just introduced to us, grew in the span of this episode.
Yeah, I agree. Ember was a really interesting character in this, and I like her personality of being like a rebellious teenager and wants to prove to her father, Lord Torch, that she can actually compete in the Gauntlet of Fire. And then in the episode, it's more about being more than big and strong to compete to be Dragon Lord, and her teaming up with Spike and learning the lesson that she can be a great leader. It actually really brings her character alive, and she also has intelligence, really great flying skills, and determination.
Yeah.
So I really liked her a lot. I
really loved her a lot. It was sort of like, she wasn't big and strong, but she is small and strong. You saw her take on Garble and everything. And in addition, I'd actually like to see an episode with Spike, maybe even in this season, where we finally reach Garble. We finally, not reform him. He's not a villain, he's a bully. I mean, he had bad intentions as to what he wanted to do if he became the Dragon Lord, but I think that there should be an episode where Spike and Ember, really teach it to him. Because that would be a great character development for both of them. And also, Torch grew as a character as well. Again, in the beginning, he's the one who said, no, this is only for big, strong people, and then at the end realized, first off, one, intelligence is a part of being a leader, and two, you don't have to be big and strong to be strong. You can be strong no matter what your size. I mean, sure, Torch is stronger than Ember, because he's much bigger, but for Ember's size, she is incredibly strong. Compared to the others, of course.
And Lord Torch, he put a few laughs out to me, and he's kind of like the Alpha Dragon in How to Train Your Dragon 2. Because he's really, really big.
I get what you're saying. Also, Ember's character design, I like the color, I like the blue. Not being biased on my OC, but it is a nice design. I like it. It's beautiful. Also, points to the animation. We had the first off, just that whole did they have a name for it? That volcano, the Gauntlet of Fire, when it erupted and everything. That was a good animation. They had the rocks flinging at them. I saw some 3D in that, and just the atmosphere was really good. It was like when I look back at last week's episode with the CMC, that one was just that was an on par. And there was nothing really so special. This one had a lot of well done atmosphere. Whoever animated this did it really well.
Yeah, I really loved the animation in this episode. It was definitely top-notch than some of the previous episodes, especially flying towards Volcano Island and also going through the cabins and the great fight sequences. They really stepped up with it.
I really
also,
liked it.
What I also liked about this episode is that it was written by Joanna Lewis and Christine Sunker, who wrote Castle Sweet Castle, Verity Investigates, and The Who Fields and McCulls. They did a really awesome job of writing Spike's character, and they were really good at the comedic timings in this one.
Yeah, especially at the very ending, because I bet that and it's funny though, right? We didn't expect it, and yet we just heard Spike say hug everyone, but nobody thought that would happen still, probably.
Yeah.
It was really good, and it's different, animation wise. You know how in in the episode we had this season with Maud Pie and Pinkie Pie. That one didn't have good animation in terms of like 3D animations. Like, you know, when you have the Timberwolves, you have like they're animated like 3D and everything, like sort of like that. And but with this episode that we had, what was it called? My mind freaking just. Well, what was the one that we just that just came out? The Pinkie Pie and Maud and Rarity.
The Gift of Maud Pie.
Yeah. So, you know, like Pinkie Pie's facial expressions, I count that as like a plus for animation. They did above and beyond with like facial expressions. This one didn't really have facial expressions. This one just had another type of good animation, just like, you know, actual, just like, you know, 3D animation and such. And like I said, the moral, which was basically like, you know, the moral basically is like, you know, it doesn't matter what size you are. You could be intelligent as the next person, or you could be very strong for your size. It actually does touch upon, like, you know, sort of like the sexist values that, like, you know, people have, with, like, you know, males and females, and, like, you know, the stereotypes of, like, you know, males being stronger, women being more intelligent, and women not being able to take on the things that men can.
Yeah, the moral was actually a great moral to learn, and it actually can open up for like future stories where Emma can make a return, and at the end of the episode, now that she is the new Dragon Lord, she is open up to Twilight to keep in contact with her about exchanging information about the dragon cultures, and that's another thing I liked about this episode. So we got more worldly into Equestria, especially with the Dragon Wars, and I'd like to see a future episode where Ember comes to visit Twilight and Spike at the castle.
That'd be good,
and exchange all the different cultures.
It'd be like with the Yaks. It'd be like with the Yaks, except with Ember, which I actually would think would make for a better episode than the Yaks. I would like to see that, absolutely. And of course, like, you know, crisis averted. Now, not only have you made a new friend, but like, you made a new ally. I'm sure like Celestia Luna would be very proud of Spike, actually, because like it really was Spike. I mean, like, you know, Rarity and Twilight were helping, cheering him on, but it was really Spike, like, all the way, like, unbelievable. Like, they really pushed him beyond. And, like, you know, the way that they progressed the moral, you could see that, like, Ember was, like, you know, truly hesitant at first. Like, she just, like, she didn't think it would logically make sense to partner up. And then towards the end, you can see, like, she's starting to, like, you know, see, like, you know, that Spike's a good and caring friend, and in addition to helping her out.
Yeah. And you also liked Twilight and Rarity's inclusion in the story, because they were like support for Spike when he was going through all the challenges with Ember. But also I liked some of their comedic timings. So like whenever they tried to hide themselves from the dragons in the different disguises, like that was it was great in terms of timing.
Yeah, I like that one. Like, you see, like Rarity and Twilight, like, switching from, like, trees to, like, dirt or whatever, and, like, rocks. I don't know how the heck they were able to do that so quickly. Like, I don't know. Rarity's fast at making costumes. She works with the materials, but, like, it was just, like, overall just, like, a great episode. I really have to say, like, 9, probably, like, 9.5 out of 10. Like,
yeah. Basically, the whole episode for me was Dragon Quest done right. So it's really definitely my favorite episode of season so far, with the crystalling and the Gift of Maud Pie very close to them as well.
I would have to place it as one of the tops, like, as a highlight of the season so far. I hope that they do well with on the Spike episodes in the future if there are more for season 6. But like I said, what do you think you would rate this though? Like, just episode wise, like, you know, I don't know, out of 10.
I give it a 9 out of 10. Bonus player.
I really would. I guess that's about it.
Well, I also wanted to say that that Bridget Miller actually said in a Twitter that there's going to be a couple of more Spike episodes this season. So I'm quite looking forward to how those turn out, because with Gauntlet of Fire, it's actually definitely a good start to Spike's role in this season. So I'm quite looking forward to what the other 2 Spike episodes are. I hope they're going to be pretty good ones as well.
I do hope so too. I hope that they bring back Ember. That really would be interesting if they already did that. Because I actually wasn't going to tell you about that, because I didn't know how much you kept up on spoilers and everything. But there's also going to be a continuation of, like, you know, Rarity in Manhattan and everything, which is nice. But I also hope that they expand more than just Manhattan and Dragonlands. Although I'm glad that we have this new like area of the Dragonlands. It's just like so much more like expanded culturally and just like geographic wise, like map wise. But I really can't wait to see what they do. I guess that's about it. I'm really glad to have you to have you share your thoughts with me. It's been really a pleasure.
No problem, Connie. Mm-hmm. It was a great pleasure to be part of this reaction. So you should definitely want to get him again in the future.
I do hope so. It really was nice. I think we'll sign off. I'm the Counselor. This has been Rose Pal. We'll see you in hopefully the next reaction shortly. I hope to have her again sometime soon in season 6. So bye.
See you later, every pony.